everyone, Tallara here. Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Gold. Frank just met up with this guy named Gavin, who Sally brought along, and apparently he has a job for us. We're going to break into Hogan Industries and steal some sensitive computer data. So, let's just examine Gavin. Who's this clown that shows up out of nowhere with the supposed lead of the century? Could it be too good to be true? Maybe. Okay, so if we order a drink now, it'll actually end the prologue. So if I'd known that, we could have just done that in the last episode, but that's fine. We'll end the prologue here and get started on presumably chapter 1.
We're here with today's winners, Kenny Hogan and his amazing Sunday Gold, the official Desmond Wells Cups champions for the 4th year in a row. Any words of inspiration for all our viewers? Mr. Hogan, anything you'd like to say to all your adoring fans and supporters?
Sure. Remember this. You make your own luck in life. If you want to change the world, you've got to do it your bloody self. Every broke sot in this city has the same sad excuses. Well, here's a tip you can take to the bank. If you're broke, if you're beaten down, it's your own bloody fault. So get comfortable, because winners will always be winners.
Right then. Let's make a bloody fool of this twat.
Chapter 1, Revelations.
Right. What's the bloody plan again?
So here we are in the main game proper. I don't know if you saw, but I didn't notice on the prologue pop up, but it looks like this is the year 2070, so we are quite far into the future. And we are about to pull off this heist into Hogan Industries. So as Frank asks, what is the plan?
Seriously? We've been over it twice.
Yeah, but I weren't really listening.
Oh, you're a real true villain, ain't you?
The plan is, we get Gavin back to his bloody office so he can pull the server onto his compad. Once we have the files, we just walk right out. No mud, no blood.
Huh, no blood. Like that ever happens.
You're saying it's not a good plan?
I'm just saying, no plan ever survives contact with the enemy.
Oh, guys, I'm starting to think maybe this is not...
Come on now, my son. It's lock and load time.
All right.
Christ, maybe coming back here was a big fucking mistake. My heart's pounding.
-5 composure. A hero is losing their composure. Some actions or events will affect your hero's composure. Each character has a unique composure attribute. Some characters may be better at coping with stress than others, even gaining bonuses as their composure decreases. Loss of composure affects characters in different ways, such as modifications to combat attributes, activation of latent afflictions, and panicking in combat. When a character loses too much composure, they run the risk of panicking in combat. When a character panics, they act on their own without the player's input. Gavin is less seasoned than Sally and Frank, which makes him especially vulnerable to the effects of stress. When his composure gets low, he may hallucinate in combat, seeing enemies that nobody else sees. Okay. Do we have anything that can help, Yeah, I mean, he's still at 95%. He's not even jumpy. He doesn't get jumpy till 80. But we'll keep an eye out on it. Speaking of characters, I want to read the bios for Gavin and Sally. So Gavin Dorsey is an unbalanced hacktivist. Gavin Dorsey, the absolute keyboard warrior, feels more at home behind his computer than out in the real world. Whether driving public opinion on social media or infiltrating protected computer networks, Gavin can hold his own against any foe in the digital world. After a workplace incident opened his eyes to the truth, he reached out to Sally to expose his former employer. Speaking of Sally, Sally Wheeler is the heavy. Sally Wheeler has 2 lives. Her days are spent caring for animals, and her nights fighting in underground bare-knuckle boxing matches. Preferring animals to humans, she has always felt a great affinity with the dogs at the animal shelter. Her idealism complements Frank's anarchist vision, and has bound them together for several years despite their frequent ideological clashes. She serves double duty as the muscle and brains of Frank's crew, typically in charge of operations and strategies. Alright, I guess we'll take a look around. We got some fancy sports cars here. Feels like I've seen this car before.
That's Barry's car. What's he still doing here?
Who's Barry now?
He's head of security. Right, wanker too.
If he's still here this late at night, we could be in for a spot of trouble. Watch yourselves.
Well, that's not good, is it? Barry's still here, head of security. Maintenance room. Can we open that? No reason to go in there. What, really? I don't know, I thought maybe there could be, you know, helpful stuff. No? What about the rubbish bin? It smells awful. Can we search it? Between the rotting takeout and syringes, there's a dose of painkillers. Nice. There's a bag from Autosar, the Russian discount auto parts emporium, on the seat with a receipt for a new battery. Ooh. Open the bonnet. Engine bay. That looks like a brand new battery. That could come in handy. Can we take it? Brand new battery from a car in the car park. It'll work in any vehicle. I'm sure the owner won't mind if I borrow their battery, right? Yeah, definitely not. Alright, so we're out of action points, so we're gonna have to end our turn now. We can examine things, I guess. Here's an estate car. I guess this one could be considered a classic. Must be from the 2030s, and I think the glove box is open. Alright, we're gonna want to get in there. Alert increased. Oh, so that's what happens. I was wondering what happens when you run out of AP. Like, there had to be some sort of negative, and that's the negative. The alert level is increased. So we've lost some composure. Every turn, the alert level increases. Enemy encounters are more dangerous when the alert level is higher. Ah, okay. So they're currently still unaware of us. Our presence is going unnoticed for now. We've come this far. I want to see what's in the glove box. Painkillers. Not super helpful. What's in this? Who owns a Roadster in London? Doors are locked and I see something on the passenger seat. Oh, I can switch between characters. I didn't even realize I could do that. So we can search everything if we use all of our characters. And switching to Frank, we can pick the lock on this.
How did you get into lockpicking, Frank?
Ah, okay. I got it.
Can't be going around smashing windows and kicking in doors all the time, despite what Miss Wheeler tells you.
Whatever. When you need it done right, you know who you call.
Well, sometimes you need to be discreet, and the blue bloods like to keep their valuables under lock and key. Just made sense to learn.
Handy. How does it work?
All I have to do is rotate my pick inside the lock until I find a sweet spot. Then I align the ring with the marker, and I repeat for each ring. It's not rocket science, but it still requires finesse and good timing.
Alright. So rotate the tool to find the moving sweet spot. Click to lock the ring when the target is inside the sweet spot. Repeat for each ring. Okay, so I have to line this up with this blue thing. That was pretty lined up, wasn't it? Oh my goodness, you have to be perfect? This is gonna be hard. No, I couldn't do it. That lock was no joke. I'll get it next time for sure. Can I try it again? Oh, I was doing it incorrectly. I have to find this yellow space and then get the blue space inside of it. Oh, okay. I was doing it completely incorrectly. That's why. There we go. Alright, got it on the second try. There's a bit of a learning curve. Simple door lock, no problem for me. What do we got inside? Penthouse 2070. 08, 21, 22, 31. A disc that holds security footage from the CCTV cameras around the building. A videotape with security camera footage. Maybe some security guard was planning to take it home. For totally ethical reasons. We got a new objective now to find all security recordings as well. Okay, now that I realize that we can switch out our characters, that makes way more sense because we can do more things. So let's search this car. Nothing of value in there, probably a smart move. And now we've searched all cars. Here's the gate. This leads to another part of the car park. Probably get Sally to open that. Won't open. Looks like it's not powered on. And so now can we go to the maintenance room? No. Still no reason to go in there. I thought we might be able to open the gate. Alright, they really don't want me in there, so let's go to the lift.
Hang on a sec. There's security cameras watching that elevator.
Ah,
Might be a mistake to put ourselves on full display.
good eye, Sally.
Should be an easy way to disable them.
We could shoot him.
Or maybe look for a way to just turn them off.
Yeah, Gavin's approach makes a bit more sense than, you know, firing guns in an office building.
Sure, whatever.
We need to find a security terminal. It controls the building's security systems remotely. It should let us disable the cameras.
Well, let's find the security terminal right quick and get this show on the road.
Alright, so the security terminal has to be in the maintenance room, right? Can we finally go in there? Yes, we can. Here we are.
Sunday Gold tore through the other competitors, literally tore them apart.
So it looks like Sunday Gold is Hogan's dog. I say quotes because apparently they're very cybernetically enhanced. That he uses in this big race.
That pup is
So that's where the namesake for the game comes from.
Comes back stronger every year he does.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Uh-oh. Security.
Hey,
Guess we're gonna fight?
what the royal fuck are you doing in here? Funny, I was just about to ask you ladies the same thing.
So, shut it. You lot are about to get an ass kicking.
Alright, so we get to use Sally this time. She has a patch-up skill, which heals the target's wounds. Nice. We don't need that right now, though, so instead she will attack with her brass knuckles. And Frank's out of action points, so he has to guard.
Oh, come on now.
Oof. That one hurt. And Gavin's also out of action points, so he has to guard. Alright, Sally, you're up, girl. What skills does he have? Aim shot, which is piercing damage, and focus. Let's focus on her.
Do it.
She'll be easier to hit now.
That's a problem.
Looks like he's now exhausted though. So he went to the minus. Alright, you're up. Oh, I should have went for her. Low health. A character's at risk of dying. Use Sally's patch-up skill or a consumable. Okay, Sally will heal Gavin on the next turn. Patch-up. Gavin.
You can do this.
I guess she learned that skill from working at the dog shelter. Also, that did, like, no... That did nothing. That barely recovered any HP.
Bug of that.
Alright, let's try aim shot. Almost down. These guys are putting up a good fight. There we go.
Lights out.
Victory! And Sally got to level 2. Good job, Sally. She learned Taunt and Medicine Potency.
Well then, there goes the whole no blood bit.
Yeah, shove it, Frank.
Told you, no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Alright, so Gavin needs to heal. So it's a good thing we got all those painkillers. Give those. No, use item. Gavin. I have to use 2 of those. Gavin was really hurt. Now, I think Frank also has skill points? Yeah, here we go. Ooh, okay, so we got a bit of a skill tree here with long guns, light melee, investigation, and leadership is what Frank can learn. Let's upgrade lockpicking. And let's upgrade leadership. And then for Sally, I want to upgrade her healing. And her strength. Alright, cool. Now, let's see if we can deactivate those security cameras. Ooh, there's a powerful sweat odor coming from in here. Ew. Probably a janitor's locker. We're basically out of APs on the unfortunate thing, so we're probably gonna have to rest. But let's examine everything first. Someone left a pot of coffee on. Someone left the telly on. Being a security guard looks like a very demanding job. Ooh, medicine cabinet. Looks well stocked. They're ready for any situation. Hogan Telecom poster. Hogan Telecom, connecting the world. Hogan Rides poster. Hogan Rides, let's get there together. Okay, so Hogan does everything. Telecommunications, vehicles, what's little Jenny Snacks? Little Jenny Snacks, scrumptious goodness for the whole family. Workbench. Nice workspace to repair pretty much anything, assuming you have the proper tools. Ooh, first aid kit. You definitely want that too. Always good to have a first aid kit on hand. Oh, here's the surveillance terminal. Hogan Tech Security Management. There's a login screen. Electrical panel. Electrical panel. What does it control? Nothing that you can do. Alright, so we don't have enough action points for a lot of things. Sport coat. Seems someone's still wearing their uniform. Better watch out. Janitor's jacket. There's a Hogan Industries badge with janitor on it. Guy must be off work right now. Alright, so we're gonna have to end our turn to restore our points, which is gonna increase our alert. Uh-oh. And in the meantime, more security guards arrived. I really just enjoy the music and the visuals of combat. Like, this is great. Woohoo! Nice hits, Sally. That did a lot of damage. There we go. Now let's finish this guy off. Trying not to use any skills or anything because I want to save as much AP as I can for the exploration phase, so just beating him up the old-fashioned way. There we go, easy peasy. And that gets Gavin to level 2. let's upgrade Gavin's skills real quick. Gavin can do tech. Gavin infiltrates an electronic system to bypass its security protocols. That'll definitely come in handy. And, let's also do overload. Gavin can overload a cybernetic target systems to inflict damage. Perfect. Alright. Now, we will use our remaining AP and we will search things. I want to search janitor's jacket, where we got stimulants. And I want to search the sport coat, where we got tranquilizers. Then for Sally, I want to search the first aid kit, where we got adrenaline and tranquilizers. I also want her to search the medicine cabinet, where we got painkillers, tranquilizers. Alright, lots of good stuff. And then Gavin can come hack the surveillance terminal.
What you doing there, Gavin?
See, I built this device that lets me interface with any password-protected system. It converts the encryption into a numerical code that can be deduced via trial and error. It gives clues as you make the guesses. It's pretty neat.
Sure, totally.
You enter a combination and the device tells you if you're close to the correct code. Then you refine from there. Get it?
Okay.
You need to be careful, though. I only get a few attempts before the system kicks me out and resets.
Alright, let's try this. So green means one of the digits is correct and is in the right position. Yellow is one of the digits is correct but in the wrong position. And red is one of the digits is incorrect. So we're basically playing Wordle here, but with numbers. And seeing as there's only 4 possible numbers, because 4 and 5 are shaded out, this should be pretty easy. There we go. Alright, I got it. That OS is known for its security vulnerabilities. I may have added a couple backdoors for yours truly, just in case. Now we can access the computer. Security. Surveillance. Disable cameras. Perfect. Also, maintenance. Get status. Analysis started for systems checkup. There's maintenance planned on System D. I don't know if that means anything. Alright. And it's done.
Brilliant. The cameras are disabled. We'll be able to get into the lift without even being seen.
See, Frank? Gavin's got skills.
Sure.
And probably a wonderful dose of the clap too, you filthy creature.
Oh my god. Alright, that actually decreased our alert status, which made everyone much more composed, but we are again out of action points, so we're gonna have to end our turn there. Which increases the alert again. All clear, nothing to report, continuing my rounds. But we're all good. And then it decreased again. Perfect. We're off the radar. So I just searched that locker and we picked up some body armor. Let's see if we can equip that. Light synthetic weave vest that allows for free movement while offering basic protection from projectiles and impacts. We should give that to Gavin, because I think he's a little weaker than the rest of the party. So Gavin can equip that. And now let's get out of here. Alright guys, so we've disabled the security cameras, which means the gang can finally proceed upstairs. But before we do that, we will call it a day here. Thanks everyone so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I will see you guys back here again real soon for another episode of Sunday Gold.